it's about Cristiano Ronaldo has been hogging the headlines lately. Well, he just won't leave the headlines.
Well, he would.
250 million euros, well, that's what he's rejecting from Saudi Arabia. Still wants to play in the UEFA Champions League, and the complexities around where he would play next. Chelsea have come out with a big statement saying, well,
no,
he's not in our plans. We can't sign him following the capture of Raheem Sterling from Manchester City. PSG have, come out with a similar statement saying, well, we can't afford to have this man in. There are too many big names already. Neymar, the Santos Jr.,
Messi.
there's Kylian Mbappe, and of course there's Lionel Messi and a whole lot more. And Manchester United is saying, well, he's our player.
He's in our plans.
He's in our plans.
Right, the
We
truth
want to
is,
hold on to him, but this man wants to play Champions
I
League
think
football.
United are not in his plans. That's the story.
Yeah, well, he's in their plans.
Oh, well, it has to be a two-way thing. I feel for him because, I never thought in my wildest imaginations that this man would be begging for clubs to get him. Chelsea have said no, PSG have said no, and then Saudi Arabia came with £254 million and he said no. That's big money. But of course, I know
that's a lot of no flying around.
I know for the man, absolutely. I know for the man, he knows that clearly that kind of money would always come.
Yeah.
But he still wants to be in the limelight. He still wants to be in Europe. He's a marketable player. He's a business outfit himself alone. So I think he wants to also still play in top level in Europe. And of course, it's sad that United are not giving him that opportunity right now. But if I was him, I'd stay.
Who would come for the rescue?
Right, I don't think, the big names are saying no.
Which team could potentially come about Calvary for this man?
Right.
He wants to play Champions League football, so he must be a team that plays in the UEFA Champions League.
Right. Two things. First off, his wage bill. It's outrageous. And then secondly, the fact that he's a big player, he would come in and then, if care is not taking him, might divide the dressing room. The only thing that comes to my mind is, Bayern Munich, just in case Lewandowski leaves for, Barca, he could come in as a striker for the team and he could work for them. But of course, the wage demands could also be a major problem. But let's just look through the next few days and see what happens. But I still feel he should stay at United. Come on, he just came in last season. Of course, he did a lot for them, but United did just do enough for him to qualify for the Champions League. But I think he should stay, play the Europa League. There's no harm in playing the Europa League. There's always a first time to everything. Play there, help them, and then qualify for next season, the Champions League, if possible, because the quality United are bringing to the side, they could stand a chance of ending top 4 next season, and then stay, help them. Next season, we play Champions League again too. So it's not a problem for me, right?
No. Just imagine you being called Mr. Champions League, and then you'd have to play in the UEFA Europa League.
No. Well, right, it reminds me of Burna Boy's one of his new songs. There's a line in one of the new songs, and he said something about ups and downs, but the downs make the song sweet.
Yeah, but
so most times you just those downs can help you recollect, reflect.
Well, this man is not going down in age. He's 37. He's chasing records. Wants to extend his belt for himself.
Well, right.
Would it be such a terrible idea? One last song in the UEFA Champions League, perhaps.
I don't think he's looking at one last.
The World Cup. The World Cup is around the corner. Don't forget that.
Absolutely. I think for Ronaldo, as long as he's fit, he's going to be called up by the Portuguese national team. That's a fact. That's not. I don't think that's debatable. Because he's that much of a star for the Portuguese national team. So I think it's about playing at top level in Europe because he wants to be still relevant. He doesn't want to go, to the backyard just because he's 37 and 30. That's basically why he's rejecting that Saudi Arabia move. So, but the truth is, who wants to come for you? Chelsea are saying no, PSG are saying no. Bayern Munich are his
Sporting have qualified for the Champions League, yeah?
Oh, come
FC
on.
Porto have.
He should go to Portugal. I don't think he wants to. He wants to play in Europe's top 5 leagues, right?
Well, somewhere outside our top 5 league is, Portugal not too far off.
No, they're not too far off. At some point, they were in the top 5, 2 seasons ago, but they've, gone back since PSG.
You never know. Villarreal could, come up. That's if they've qualified for the Champions League. Could be Atletico Madrid, could be anybody. But we'll keep tracking that story for you, and we'll bring you the latest as it unfolds from there. Now, as we look to wrap up, Marizona, let's talk about more transfer stories. Chelsea, it's coming together for them. Raheem Sterling has joined. Kalidou Koulibaly on the verge, and Nathan Ake could be their third signing. Todd Boehly is not that terrible after all.
Yeah, absolutely. he's not. He's not. I mean, he's done good business to the delight of the Chelsea fans because there was so much questions as to this man being a sporting director. coming in, but he's done some crazy signings. And
they're now delighted, yeah?
Yeah, they're not happy, right? Moreover, the Napoli story is making it a lot more interesting because Napoli are known to be very tough negotiators. You look at, the history of Napoli in the way they sell players, the way they sign players.
Well, maybe they understand. They simply just understand Kalidou Koulibaly is not that 25-year-old or 26-year-old, is 31.
Well, of course,
and this could be their last big chance of landing
a trophy.
Not a trophy, but of course a respectable transfer fee for Kalidou Koulibaly. Mario, thank you very much for joining.
Thank you very much, right.